Children, 71% of the Earth's surface is covered with water. It is covered with so many water bodies. What are they? Oceans, seas, lakes, rivers, and small streams, etc. With the help of that water, we are growing crops and doing so many works. Finally, we are living with that water. So, how do we get that water? We get that water from the rainfall. What are the causes of rainfall? And where do the rain bearing clouds come from? Today, we'll learn about the formation of clouds and rain, and also winds and clouds. You take some water in a dish, and when the water is heated up, the water vapors touched the lid, and with the help of outside cool air, vapor became water drops and stuck to the lid of the dish. When you remove that lid, some of the water drops fell down into the dish. The same process involved in the formation of clouds and rain. Before going to learn about the formation of clouds and rain, we have to know some important terms. One is evaporation, water cycle, precipitation, humidity. The change of water into water vapor is known as evaporation. Water cycle. The water vapor is formed as clouds. These clouds give rainfall. The rain flowing down the slopes on the land in the form of rivers and finally joins the sea or ocean. Again the evaporation takes place. The cyclical process is called water cycle. Precipitation. Different forms of condensation of water vapor is called precipitation. For example, dew, fog, rain, snow, or hail. Humidity. The amount of water vapors present in the atmosphere is known as humidity. At the time, we feel uncomfortable and the sweat does not evaporate quickly. We feel sticky. Such type of weather is called sultry. There is constant evaporation of water from these water bodies. We know there is evaporation from our bodies also, from trees, plants, and soil also. When the temperature is increased, the evaporation is also increased. As we boil the water, water vapor is created. When the water vapor cools down, it changes into water. It is called condensation. We observe the small droplets on the lid. This is condensation. In the same way, when the temperature increases, the evaporation process also increases. When the water vapor rises up, it cools down with the help of air. Then this water vapor is changed into tiny water droplets. These tiny water droplets come together, gather around dust or smoke particles in the air and gradually increase in size. Thus, small drops of water is formed as the clouds. As the clouds rise up, they will be cooled down and the size is increased. When the size is increased, the clouds are unable to bear the load of water and it is difficult to remain in the sky. So the clouds begin to fall as raindrops. Winds and clouds. What is the relationship between the winds and clouds? Since evaporation takes place all over the earth's surface, clouds are also formed all over the earth. As oceans are vast water bodies, They are extended up to thousands of kilometers. However, there is maximum evaporation and cloud formation takes place on the surface of the oceans. It leads to the heavy rainfall on the oceans. Clouds reach the inland for thousands of kilometers with the help of winds. The winds bring the clouds to the inland to bring the rain to us. From which direction does the wind blow during the rainy season in India? These winds are blowing from the Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal, and they are transporting the rain clouds. They are called monsoon winds. These are also called as southwest monsoon winds because they blow from the southwest direction. These winds blow only in the summer. There are two branches of monsoon winds. One blows from the Arabian Sea and the other from the Bay of Bengal. These two branches carrying the moisture in the form of clouds which formed over the oceans.